Hello everybody and welcome to this amazing top 5 list of best ultimate abilities in Smite. In this list we'll be taking the ultimates of every god as the latest patch of 3.9. It is important to remember that this is a list containing all of the ultimate abilities of gods. This means that all these abilities serve a great purpose and none of them could be labeled as bad. However, I feel there are 5 that surpass others just like them in a unique way. The rules are simple. We'll be judging ultimates on not only their damage, but their overall use, including utility and fight team capabilities. Keep in mind this list is my opinion, followed with my own research, and that should be a given. With so much diversity, it is also important to bring up the stance swapping ultimates. Being that they provide a new kit instead of an actual ability, we'll be judging those ultimates based on the entire kit they provide. In an example, Hel starts the game in Dark Stance, meaning her ultimate provides her access to Light Stance. With this being said, we will give judgment to her entire Light Stance kit, including the ultimates stats as well. If you have not already checked out my top 5 list of worst ultimates, the link will be in the description down below. If you see any ultimates that did not make this list, you can let me know also in the same area. And without any further delay, let's begin. Number 5. Zhonghui, Recall Demon. It took a while for me to figure out who would take this slot, but I think Recall Demons takes this slot as our best area of effect ultimate that has a unique twist unlike all the others. Upon activation, Zhonghui essentially becomes a totem of constant damage as ghosts fly from his location to all other gods around him. When figuring out how this ultimate would be judged, I kinda grouped a ton of ultimates together for comparison. Ultimates from Zeus, Hu Yi, Hunbats, and Hades were all taken into consideration. Each of the mentioned gods have similar ultimates as they all affect large areas with continuous damage. Each of the ultimates deal damage according to their uses and control effects, but Zhonghui sits closer to the lower end of damage. However, he is the only god who is able to move his ultimate around with him. Unlike Zeus, Hu Yi, and Hunbats, they are unable to move their ultimates once placed, and Hades is unable to move instead as he becomes the pillar for his ultimate. But it isn't the fact that Zhonghui can move with his ultimate that makes it so great, it's the fact that it is one of the few that can combine with relics to enhance its dangerous potential. As stated, the ultimate moves with Zhonghui, meaning a team sprint can keep Zhonghui near the enemies and a well-timed Sanctuary can make him impossible to stop. Once in Sanctuary, he is equivalent to Kali as he cannot die, but still dishes out tons of damage. He is unable to act, however, he can place his actions before the Sanctuary is used, so his ultimate will still continue to deal damage to enemies alongside his demon tag, which can continue to damage enemies he tagged. With this, Zhonghui is a very unique and powerful god with a unique ultimate that gains more benefits than others similar to it, so I gave Recall Demons this spot on my list. And I know a lot of you will feel that Hunbats serves a greater purpose with his fear and Zeus with his high damage and combo potential, but overall, Zhonghui's unique ultimate allows you to change how it is played in a sense that enemies will have to judge how to react based on how Zhonghui has followed up with his ultimate. Sure, there is no hard control, but there is a possibility you're not gonna escape this one. Number 4. Ratatoskr, Through the Cosmos. Sneaking his way into yet another list is Ratatoskr. With this new rework, Rat has found his way into the heart of many players as one of the newest overpowered and broken gods of Smite. You could blame his extreme presence as the reason to all Smite DDoSing happening as of late. With that being said, Ratatoskr is a great ultimate alongside other global ultimates. It's got a nice boost from the rework, which has been nicknamed by many as the semi-global Sylvanas ultimate. Ratatoskr takes to the sky on his branches of the cosmos where he can remain for quite a long period of time upon activation. He can jump up to 3 branches where he will then land on after a small delay on the ground, dealing damage and popping enemies up. For this ultimate, I took a direct comparison to others such as Sylvanas and Thor, as he takes the best of both their ultimates and creates a much more superior ultimate than both of them. Very much like the argument I have with Geb, Ratatoskr has a controlling ultimate that cannot be escaped by except for Jingwei. Once you've popped up, you are unable to cleanse the effect until it fades. Thor, however, has a stun which can be cleansed and escaped, and Ratatoskr has the same follow-up as Thor, even after his ultimate. But it still remains that the attempt to escape the pop-up is a lot harder than to escape a stun. Moving on to the comparison I made to Sylvanas, it is essentially just because of the delayed AoE pop-up. The reason I compared it to Ratatosk is simply because of the nickname I mentioned earlier. When you really think about it, we get to look at the ultimate that is a single hit semi-global instead of a multi-hit just around yourself. It's like taking Grover and throwing them into the sky and then just later crashing down to support the entire team. And due to this, I wanted to be sure that I got the message across before you all go nuts. Number 3. Odin, Ring of Spears. Odin takes the third slot with a pure utility ultimate that has been a pain in my side for the longest time. Whenever fighting Odin, you had best be prepared with an escape, because if you are without a jump or a teleport, you're gonna get dunked on. Odin's ultimate creates a ring of spears that allows allies to enter and leave at their own whim, but leaving enemies stuck on the opposing side they are caught on. They can't escape without a jump or a teleport, or even an immunity to body blocks, which can be found in one item or in Soul's kit of abilities. Additionally, this ultimate serves as a great tool to stopping any attack speed based god, as their attack speed is reduced up to 60% at max rank and reduced healing by 100% when caught in the ring. This does not mean that enemies cannot heal, however, as you are able to purchase items with additional healing effects that can negate a small portion of the anti-healing effect. The reason Odin makes it on this list is due to the great utility and interruption of his ultimate. He is capable of catching anyone unprepared and serves his purpose as a warrior with one of the lowest cooldown ultimates at 45 seconds with maximum cooldowns. Odin's ultimate is a great initiation and escape, as it can capture enemies and block off escape routes while also opening the chance for allies to retreat without the threat of chase. Though this ultimate does not deal damage, its utility and team capabilities far exceed others. For example, Ymir's Wall is a regular ability, however it only blocks one route. This ultimate blocks many and provides such a great team fighting capability that it can't be ignored. It can even block other ultimates including Guan Yu, Zhong Hui, and Sobek, which can limit their chase down capabilities and keep them contained. Odin serves as the greatest non-damaging ultimate in Smite. Number 2. Kali, Destruction. What's worse than fighting Kronos with 2 health bars? Kali. With a health bar you can't deplete. Kali's ultimate is rough to handle, as she serves as a hyper carry near the end game, which can be a devastating thing to an entire team if left unchecked. I took only Kronos and compared it to Kali, as they were the only two to have a similar ultimate to each other, but not that close in similarities. Kronos is capable of rewinding time by 8 seconds and regaining HP and cooldowns while in the process. I originally was going to include Kronos on this list, but based upon the research, his ultimate is very stoppable. You can kill him. He is open while rewinding for a period of time, and he can't use any form of relics or anything to really help him out during that time. But Kali? Kali is not capable of being killed when it's active. She becomes destruction itself, as the name of the ultimate suggests. She is a very damaging god with great control and kill potential, not to mention the aura of damage she gains while throwing herself into the midst of the enemy team. It takes an entire team to act before Kali ults in order to stop the onslaught, as if you fail to do so, she will not die and can either escape or destroy members of your team. Very much like Zhong Hui, she can also combine relics into her ultimate to make her a bit more devastating. Being able to run in with Purification can secure the fact that she will become unstoppable. She is able to stop unavoidable damage from Nual that would otherwise kill Kali when she's low on health. Executions from both Thanatos and Ao Kuang are also ignored, and can continue to be assisted by various others. Being able to be unstoppable serves as one of the most powerful ultimates in Smite, as it grants the ability to secure that presence in teamfights. Yet this is still only the second highest slot on this list, leading us into number 1, Giannis, Through Space and Time. I'm not gonna lie, this is possibly one of the mages that requires a lot of skill, and I can see that, including myself, not a lot of people will be able to use Giannis to his full potential. However, it is possibly one of the greatest ultimates in Smite. This ability serves as the greatest line ultimate, as it is essentially a global ability opening portals that allies can travel through. This ultimate serves as an amazing offensive and defensive ability, which serves so many different purposes. Being able to transport an entire team with an ability is a powerful utility. Even without striking a single opponent, it can serve as a tide-turning ultimate. It can easily shift the battle into your favor by allowing your allies to readjust their positioning. just like Odin allies can seek safety from danger as they escape with a series of portals. Additionally, an entire team can rotate and possibly save an ally that would be otherwise doomed in the position they're caught in. I personally don't show enough appreciation for this god, as I personally don't like him or his kit. Just the way the kit is lined up, it just doesn't sit the way I would want to play a mage, but I can't deny the usefulness and the constant danger my team is in when Giannis is around. He makes sieging the Titan easier with an entire team that can train through the walls and make a direct attack through your team. Even if an object is in trouble, Giannis can attempt to secure and follow that up with an entire team busting through the wall. The amount of team presence this ultimate has, comboed with its utility and high damage, serves as one of the greatest ultimates in Smite. And what about you? What do you think? Do you agree with my list? Let me know in the comments below. I know that there can be a lot of passionate players out there who will agree or disagree, but remember that this is a list of my opinions, as I said before. There is no harm to you from this list, so don't feel so bad if your favorite god didn't make it on here, or if the rules were not to your liking. Instead, just let me know what your list is down below. I love to hear your thoughts, and I don't mind the dislikes if you don't agree. However, if you appreciated this list regardless, give me a like, as it takes quite a lot of effort to get this pumped out once a week. If you have a suggestion for a list you'd like to see me make, go ahead and put that suggestion down below in the comments, and don't worry, I keep all your ideas written down. Thank you all for such amazing support, as I cannot do this without all of you. Don't forget to share this video, comment, and subscribe. And as always, good game.